the dark man has come to scare you, my girl. Can't say whether he comes from this world, so you tell yourself that he's just a smoke swirl that only works for a while. For he's made of things too deep and too wild, and you can't turn him back with the mind of a child. Well, sure, his intentions are ugly and vile, though you don't know just what they are.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hey, hello, hello.
Happy National Firework Day 2.
Oh yeah. Woo,
Day
woo.
3.
Amazing.
Ooh.
All right. Well, welcome back. This week again, we are doing the Steel, Storm, and Tempest Bay game. Because we left everybody last week right in the middle of a massive battle du jour with over 1,000 rats, of which 500 or so now they have killed. They also confronted a great evil that slipped through their fingers in the form of a mist. Could be his castle, maybe not his castle, but he definitely seemed to have a bit of a vampiric bent to him. They are down in a tunnel beneath the castle of this dark, sweeping, undead-filled place. Dirt and leaves and roots and stuff, surround them, and there's not really a whole lot of places to run away from this horde of rats. So we're gonna jump right back into the battle. The vampire has just escaped as a mist form, and now we are at the top of the round again. Boom, right into the fight. So Shauna,
Yes.
you have rats on you. You're back on your feet finally. You didn't die.
Oh my
Even though it was close, and there's rats coming right at you again. What do you do?
I am going to cast. I don't know if this will work, but I'm gonna. Okay, I guess you can tell me. If I cast Mage Hand, can I use it to take a bunch of the rats and just swipe them away
Sweep
without
them and
hurting
stuff
them?
like
Just
that?
sweep them off.
You can, but they'll come right back, or you can
They're
try.
evil rats, Shauna. Kill them. Can I take the Mage Hand to squish them?
No, it is not for martial things.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Firebolt because
Okay.
it does more damage than my
Now, to remind you, in this long tunnel, we have back at the far end,
Yeah.
let's see, Chris, did you go up to where Shauna and them were? I believe you did.
What's that? Oh yeah.
Yes, you were moving forward. So Shauna, you are kind of right in the middle between Alex and Rob and Ellie, who are down the furthest in the tunnel.
Okay.
And then you and Chris are right in the middle, and Jody is the furthest back because she was doing healing stuff and range stuff, and so that's where you are. You're right in the middle.
Okay.
So which direction are you aiming your firebolt?
It's a fire bolt. It's not a fireball. So
Right. So it's only gonna get one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not generally a spellcaster. So
Yeah.
actually, question: Who's closest to me?
Me.
Chris.
No,
Are you wearing
I would
armor,
have been. I
Chris?
just touched.
Oh,
it.
that's right. Okay, so you and Chris and Alex are right next to you.
Alex, you are wearing armor.
Yes.
You wearing?
I am too.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both heavily armored folk.
Never mind then. God damn you guys.
What?
I'm just kidding. You're fine.
I'm so sorry.
No, how could you? How
Okay.
could you?
How dare we wear armor?
Okay,
Dun,
yes,
dun,
I'm
dun.
going
So we
to.
dive on in.
I'm going to firebolt these motherfuckers. Actually, can I use Mage Hand to swipe the rats far away from me? Even if they come back, that still might give me a round.
Well, tell me the mage hand. How far does it say it can away from you? Can it work?
I can push them 30 feet away from me.
Okay. If
Push them all together. That'll be nice.
Yeah. How
put
many
them all
can
in
you
a
get?
pile?
How much weight?
It says up to 10 pounds. Yeah.
Okay, so you could probably get 20 of them.
10 pounds of rats. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, yep, they're light. As many as I can get, and just push them away from us,
Okay.
and away
You
from
try to do that?
hopefully away from everybody,
Okay.
if I can.
Since
this direction.
you're not trying to actually hit them,
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you roll an attack, and you grab 20 of them and you just push them 30 feet away from you. Which direction?
Where there's the least amount of us peoples.
Well,
Or no
that would be
peoples,
up the
preferably.
thing towards Jody
Okay.
or down the tunnel. I mean, there's only 2 directions you can go.
Wait. Okay, Ellie has fire thingies. Can I?
Yep.
I'm gonna push them in an area where they're closer to Ellie, so she can fire them.
Okay. Okay, so that's
them.
where Ellie and Rob are.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody
That's
get.
what you do. You get
it's
20
at
in.
least 5
Next
feet away
is...
from us.
Now, do you move, Shauna?
Um.
That's your action. Do you do a move action?
I wish I could. Make myself smaller so I could fly better in this fucking place. But sure, I'm gonna try and fly back to Jody.
Okay, this is very tight quarters, so I'm going to ask you to roll me a dexterity check.
It's okay. I'll flap my wings as little as possible. I'll hit the walls, all of them, because that's how I roll. You were doing so good for me last week. Please do good for me this week too, please. That was cocked. God damn you. Okay. Yeah, it was dexterity, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 6.
Great.
Okay, you spread your wings, and you make a mighty lunge for the end of the tunnel, and your wingspan is nearly the 10 feet that this tunnel is.
They're a lot
So
bigger than I
it's
thought
just
they
you're
were.
like, oh, I'm doing okay, and then at the very no, you hit the wall, and it
Ouch.
actually trips you, and you start tumbling head over heels.
Ah!
Now roll me a dexterity save to Miss Jody.
Oh no, please, God.
I mean, you rolled a 6.
Yeah, well, that was 6 because I rolled a 1 on the dice, but I have a +5. So
Okay,
this
well,
is
you
a
see, there you go.
dexterity.
Critical
Yeah,
fumble.
fail.
That'd be a crit
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Okay, this one's
So-
a 14 because it's a saving
Okay,
throw,
so-
right?
Yeah, okay, so you tumble, and you start. There's a shower of dirt and rocks as Shauna comes right at you, Jody. Right at you, and she manages at the last minute to veer off and hit the wall on the side and make it plow a nice little, tunnel in, or a nice little, words thing in the tunnel. Right next to you.
I feel like I chose the wrong class.
Are you
And
injured?
now
No, it's great.
it's Alex's turn. Yeah, Shauna, you took 3 points of damage from that.
Okay, yes.
Oh.
And Alex, it's your turn.
All right. God, what do I want to do? I could cast Speak with Animals. Yell at the
Do
rats.
Do it. Talk to the rats.
Talk
Do
to
it,
the
do
rats.
it.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I wonder what they'd have to say.
Well, they have
Alright.
glowing red eyes. I feel like they're
Kill murderers. Yeah.
like, I don't know if it's going to be the most pleasant conversation you've had, but
It'd be like something from the book I just got today.
So.
Okay, now I have to show you this book real quick.
Okay.
But look,
Ah, yes.
oh my God.
Fun times.
They all bite down there.
Yeah.
So if you're going to
all
attack,
bite.
are you blessed? You're one of the ones that's blessed,
I am not
right?
blessed.
You're not.
Yeah,
Okay.
he and you aren't.
I had
because you were.
to. Sorry, I had to miss some people.
All right.
Well, and you guys were at the other end.
We were
away
at the
from where
back.
The
Yeah.
vampire was, yeah.
Okay.
And what does Bless give us a +2 again?
To attack?
D4 to your attack and a D4 to your saves.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, makes it easier to hit things, makes it easier
Sweet.
to save from things.
Sweet.
All right, Alex, what are you doing?
Sweet. I'm going to cast Heroism on myself.
Okay. And what does that do for you?
A willing creature I touch is imbued with, as I touch myself, and I become imbued with energy, making me more brave. Until the spell ends, I become immune to being frightened, and I gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier at the start of each of my turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from this spell. That's pretty much all you need to know. It's just
Okay. That works. Okay, and do you do move action?
where is everybody else right now? So she
Okay,
pushed
so
all the
you're right
rats
in the
away
middle
from
with
us.
Shauna and
Okay.
Chris.
Well, Shauna
The
flew away
rats
from
have
us, right?
been, some of them there's 500 rats. 20 of them
Yeah.
have been pushed towards Ellie and Rob, who are further down the tunnel from you guys. Jody and now Shauna are back behind you from the direction that you came, and you guys are right in the middle.
I would get 30 feet away if you could.
Yeah,
Is Jody
there's
being-
30 feet away from each of you. So.
Is Jody or is Jody surrounded by the rats too yet? Or
Oh yes, everybody. I mean, 500
Okay.
rats. That's still a lot of rats.
Shoot.
We just need to make some room for Ellie to.
Yeah, get out of my way.
Well, I don't necessarily have to get out of your way, but
Okay, sure.
Some
I'm
people
gonna-
are just lucky
all right,
and
I'm
have
gonna
lots
move
of
towards
armor.
Jody and Tempest and what is your
Sorry, I'll change
Lena,
my name
Tempest,
here.
and
It's
Melhavoc.
Lina.
so towards Lina and Tempest,
Damn fey names.
just in case they come and any flame tries to hit them, I can stop that.
Okay. All right, so you move 30 feet back towards them. That will put you next to them. Next is Rob.
Yeah.
Rob, how are you doing? The vampire's gone, but there's still a ton of rats climbing on you and they've jumped on you. They jumped on your hand already.
Oh yeah.
Ellie is right there with you on your hand as well.
Okay. Well, can I just start swatting off some rats? Maybe get towards the entrance of the cave, closer to everybody else.
So you can do, if you want to do a sort of attack, do you have cleave?
I believe so.
Because otherwise you can hit one rat at full
Yeah.
level.
I believe I have. Yeah, because I'm a fighter, so I think.
Yeah, if you it's a feat. So if you have it, every time you kill something, you can move on and hit the next one, which means with rats, you could keep going for a long time. But if you don't have it yet,
Just
then
picture twirling the sword like a baton and just like rats on rats on rats.
That'd be cool. But I do not know if I have cleave or not. So.
okay, it would be in your feats. So if you don't, you probably don't have it yet. You haven't chosen
Yeah.
it yet.
No, that's it.
Okay, so what you can do is if you're using your sword, you can actually hit one rat, or you can just defend yourself as move you and potentially Ellie back towards the rest of the people.
And I can't just stop, drop, and roll.
You could, but that would get you overwhelmed pretty fast.
Okay. All right, then I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of try to get over to everybody and get as many rats off me as I can while I do it.
Okay. So you start scraping at the rats on you and stuff.
Mhm.
Since you're not trying to do a martial attack, I'll let that happen. As you begin moving forward, you move your full 30 feet. Or since you're not taking another action, you could choose to do a double movement, move 60 feet back all the way to Jody and them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd like to do.
Okay, so you do a double move back to Jody and Alex, and
Okay.
Shauna and Ellie.
Fire it up.
Well, it's not your turn yet, but the question is, you were on his hand. Do you get off his hand when he starts moving, or do you stay there?
No, I can stay there.
Okay.
Hell,
Yeah.
if you want my reaction to climb up onto his head, I'll do that.
No, okay,
Not
no.
his
So I'm
hand
just so
free.
that you go with him 60 feet without losing your move action. Isn't that nice?
Amazing.
Next is Chris's turn.
I am going to head to everyone else, and when I get there, I will take a shot with my knife at one of the rats.
Okay. All right, so you move back 30 feet towards the place where you guys came, so you're with the bulk of the people and
Making sure that I give Ellie a lane.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll try to kill a rat.
All right, might as well.
Oh my. That is...
See somebody making little rat hash marks.
And you get an extra D4, right?
Yep. Yeah, so that is 26 to hit.
Okay, you don't just kill a rat. You smear it into just a little red puddle of nothingness.
Chris.
Cool. Cool.
all over your hand and stuff. It's really gross. But hey, that rat is completely obliterated. Okay, and you are back. You are back now with everybody else, which is good. Next is Jody's turn.
Sorry, I was coughing. Could you call my name? Okay. Okay. I am going to use a spell that I have not yet used. It is
Okay.
called Word of Radiance.
Okay.
Ooh.
does that
What
do?
it does is you utter a divine word and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take a D6 radiant damage. And
Awesome.
the DC would be 14.
Oh,
So what she does is she takes that coffee mug, that coffee carafe that she has, and she presents it forward like this and says, "Be gone, rats." That is her
now
holy symbol.
Coffee mug. Yes.
we worship the coffee.
Amazing.
The
Yes.
great
Amazing.
bean.
The carafe of coffee.
Praise be to
All right.
caffeine,
So it's a
giver
a
of
DC.
life.
DC 14. And
right.
all the rats she can see need to make
Okay,
this.
which is a lot of rats.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a save for each 100 rats.
Okay.
So the first group of rats rolled a 4.
Okay. That is a no.
The second group of rats rolled an 18.
Okay. So they would make it.
The third also rolled an 18.
Okay.
The last one rolled a 1.
Oh.
So you kill 200 rats with that because they've only got 5 hit points.
Oh.
Hey.
And
Okay.
low.
If you do 6 hit points, that kills them. So that still leaves. Oh wait, there was one more. There was 500. Okay, so that still leaves 300 for Ellie, but you killed 200 rats with that.
Amazing.
Okay.
And low.
I
It's
like
like
the
all of a
beacon is
sudden
too
the
much for
rats.
them.
I have to describe this. The rats begin glowing. Some of these rats as they're like rushing at you because you guys have all moved, right? And stuff, and then they start glowing and they get brighter and brighter and brighter, and then they just pop.
The
200
coffee
them.
of
It's-
life says die.
The holy
right.
bean
Oh,
was too
hail,
much.
greatest bean.
So
Okay, that
it
was
is your
fun.
turn. You have been carried on top of Rob's head as he ran back. Double move to get back the 60 feet where everybody else is.
Yep.
What do you do?
I'm doing a line of the I can never pronounce this. Agonizar's Scorcher.
Okay.
Hopefully avoiding everybody.
Yeah, because you're all back together now, so you
Yep.
can actually just step right in.
Big old 30-foot line of fire.
Nice. Do you have to roll it, or is it just?
I do not. They have to make a dexterity save.
All right. How much is their dexterity save? That they have to make.
I would assume they would have to beat my dexterity save.
And no, it's your
Spell DC.
spell casting.
Ooh, bummer for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it probably doesn't even matter because for the 300 to the left, I rolled a 6, an 8, and a 4. So.
Oh
great.
yeah.
So
They're
here's
crispy.
what happens. It's so handily. So you get the bright. It's like 4th of July, only with rats. The bright pop, 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 pop of exploding, rats that had a little too much light.
That's
And then
not
right after that,
popcorn
there's
I
this
want.
whistle as the fire goes, and all of the rest of the rats scream, and then shrivel into little pieces of ash. And when that fire finally, which is really loud, I don't know if you've heard that much fire, it's very loud. And after a moment, it dies back down, and this tunnel, this dark, now very warm tunnel, as the heat had reflected back at you, smells awful,
Burnt fur.
but is very quiet. Because they're all-
I just turned to give a high five to Jody.
500 rats, guys.
I was
500.
thinking the same thing.
You hear that, Dracky Poo? We're coming.
Yeah.
Dracky poo. Go down.
He wants his money,
Don't
man. He
taunt
wants
the
his money.
vampire.
Goddamn money.
Sorry.
I
All
really
right.
hope when we run into Dracula, he actually has money for you. I hope that pays off.
That would be awesome.
I like that
Okay.
for you.
Dinner's on you after that.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. So
Not
now
literally.
There's a big,
No.
empty, very foul-smelling tunnel filled with burned and crisped bodies of rats. What do you do? Besides gag. In fact, everybody roll me a constitution save, because burning hair is not something, and flesh like this is not something you guys are used to.
But I mean, I might be the only one.
Those of you who have my bless, you get an extra D4.
That's a 24.
Okay? Chris, that smell washes over you, and you're like, I've eaten worse.
But why?
I got a 16.
Okay? Jody, you're like, oh, this is awful, but I can hold it together because I did this. Okay? How about the rest of you? 19?
And 18.
18? How about you, Ellie?
19.
19? How about you, Shauna? From your face, I'm guessing.
That not bad?
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Even with
Did
the
you get an
D4,
extra
yes,
D4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 1 again. My Constitution saving throw is 1. So it's
There's
2.
only so much I can help you.
You get on the D4.
Oh, Shauna, and you know what, though? This tracks for
Yeah.
actual Shauna, who has a very sensitive stomach, right? And I know this. Shauna is like, oh, guys. Oh. And sure enough, Shauna, when you throw up, would you try to throw up towards the corner? There's not really a corner, it's a tunnel, but
Yeah.
away from them, or is it just on your shoes?
I'm gonna try, but I mean, with it being that bad, I probably don't make it to the corner. But I'll try. To
Shauna
get
turns towards the corner, but her feet are in the way. And maybe her wingtips too, and so there does get to be some throw up on there. And now
That's
the
a
burning
lovely
some
added
flesh
smell.
And the burning hair is merged with the smell of vomit. It's just great.
Delightful.
Delightful,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Can I have some water?
let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
there's
clean
so
you
much
up when we get out of the tunnel.
Yeah. So the question is, do we want to go back up, or do we want to explore past these very dead rats?
What?
Well, do you want to let Mr. Dracula get away, or?
Oh, I know where he is.
Yeah.
I can find him.
Oh.
I vote we
Rob,
go
are you
back
okay?
down. I mean, I'm a little traumatized, but I'll survive.
He still looks like something from Carrie.
Yeah. You know what? Come here a second. Because I can help you out with that.
You gotta quit taking off on your own.
Yeah, I got distracted. It was my ADHD. I ran out of medication here in the Fey world, so I got very distracted. Sorry.
Oh.
We thought that the sorry.
Hmm.
We thought that the ogre guy took you or something. I don't remember what I thought.
Randall?
And
Randall.
now I'm well he disappeared after a while, and then I found this lady in a lake, and I'm looking for a pair of eyes for her. She seems very creepy.
Wait, lady in a
Lady
lake?
in the-
Sword?
And
Yeah,
eyes.
Gave you a
Okay.
sword.
Tart that gave you a sword?
didn't give me a sword. I really was hoping for one, but no, she just came out and creeped me out, and I'm gonna have to talk to my therapist about it. But yeah, it's I'm looking for a pair of eyes. So I vote we go back down.
A pair of eyes.
Yeah, she was missing both of them. There was no eye patch or anything. So
Before we do that, you get 9 hit points back.
oh, amazing! Thank you so much. Oh,
You're welcome.
I don't know if
Hopefully
you
that
want to
helps.
go to your therapist and talk to her about everything you've seen here.
Actually, yeah,
not.
that might be bad.
They'll commit you.
Yeah.
Okay, I could just tell her it was like a fever dream. You know.
Sure.
Mm.
I feel like that'd be treated. You do you, my dude.
Okay.
Can't help you on that one. So we've got two choices.
Yeah.
Where you came from, Rob, or back up to the library.
Before we do anything, how much more wounded is everyone? Because if we're going to go after something, I feel like we should have more, health.
Yeah, I'm under half again because I'm
Okay.
a pansy.
I am missing one.
Okay, you are fine.
I'm good.
So, and how much is anyone else down lots?
Not lots. I would give
Not
the
at all.
majority of your stuff to Tempest over here, but like,
Mhm.
if you have anything left, I'd like to get up to full health. But I'm like
How many, like out of,
like 5 points. It's nothing.
okay. I really should get that whole berry thing going here soon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm.
But I'm gonna wait for that because I don't have that many spells.
Start growing your berries.
Yeah. So growing
Oh, we
berries
should have
is
called you
yeah.
beans.
That'd be so cute.
Beans and berries.
Uh-huh.
That whole song.
However, I do have a channel divinity where I can separate out. I don't think I can get you beyond half though. Tempest, right?
That's okay.
So like numbers wise, what are we talking about here?
Well, I'm at 13 hit points, but I only have 27 total, so I'm
Okay. Tanya, here's a question for you. I could use, instead of the cure wounds that I used for the one spell, I could use healing word and get more than one person. Could I have cast that instead?
Instead of the spell you
Instead
just
of cure wounds.
Cure wounds you can always cast in any spell slot. Healing word, I believe. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's another.
I still have COVID, so
No, it's okay.
So what you're trying to say is that you want to switch spells.
Yes, exactly. I had cast cure wounds to give Rob some hit points back, but if I'm going to be doing it for more than one person, it's a less potent spell, but it will hit more than one person.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's been a little bit ago that you cast that on Rob, so I would say no, not yet. Well, I mean,
Okay.
Oh.
How long ago was it? Okay.
Yeah.
5
Okay.
seconds, 6 seconds.
Okay.
More than around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
You do
healing
have a
word only
nice
hits
safe
one
room
person.
where you could sleep.
that's an option. We could go back and
it is an option.
try to
Yeah.
sleep the
actually
rest of
rest.
the night, rest, and then maybe make a plan.
I do think that is what we should do, considering, we just entered this new world and we don't know what we're going to come up against. So we might as well be at full everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if we really are dealing with a lich or a pre-lich lich,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to go
yeah.
back to the room,
Yeah.
you can do that.
I'm down for resting.
We should catch you up,
I'm
Rob.
tired.
And
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, you said there was a library. I tried sleeping out in the stable, but then Voldemort came into the center. So
Wait,
there was-
what?
Yeah. There's a dark sweeping crazy. There's Voldemort out there basically.
Uh,
Yeah, but like
What?
Voldemort from like the first Harry
Right.
Potter and the other ones,
Yeah.
you know.
The one living
Yeah.
on unicorn blood. Yeah.
So it looked
Yeah,
like
that's the
a
one.
black roby figure.
Yes, yeah. It was very creepy,
Was it,
And then I got
Did
carried
it
off
attack
by
you?
rats. No, I was hidden under a bunch of hay. So
So you've had a time. Let's get
Yeah.
back up to the room. We'll set
Okay.
up little spaces. We can talk for a second and then we go on nap.
yeah, and we'll get Tempest cleaned up.
Also that.
Yeah.
sounds
My
good.
one worry is Mr. Dracula knows we're here and it's about to be morning. And
Right.
if the
Yeah.
legends stand, then the night there's the hibernation thing for them during the day.
day.
So
During
maybe,
the day, yeah.
that's
It's almost morning. How are we
true.
gonna sleep?
What do you mean how?
Isn't the wizard coming to get us to look for her hand? Or wait, the eye?
I mean, it's possible, but we've only been in that room for 2 hours. If we go back up there, we can at least get 4.
yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
At nothing, that's a short rest. So let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're going back up.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, Lynn.
Mhm.
Do you think your thermos would give tea or water instead of coffee? Because my mouth tastes so gross.
I don't know. I don't know. When we go up there, we can experiment.
I'm picturing us having this conversation as we're going up.
Yes,
As you're
definitely.
walking, yes. As you guys head up this dark tunnel, fortunately, almost all of you have night vision, so you can see what's going on. Thank God for being Fey touched. But
I don't think I do.
I think
go
you're
on.
the only
Sit
one
on
that
someone's
doesn't,
shoulder.
But
Yeah,
you're
pretty much
riding
on
with
there.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you're heading up this tunnel, you don't need to go very far, but you had come down a good like 200 feet, because you didn't hear him until you were about, really well until you were closer. So it's not real far, but it is far enough to give you a little bit of walking time. So as you're heading back up the tunnel, you have this conversation.
So yeah, Rob, Vecna.
So wait, what's going on? You guys said something about you're looking. There's a wizard lady here.
She's a ferret.
Yeah.
Ferret lady,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, all right, neat. Well, that's less intimidating than the one I ran into.
Oh, we've got that picture book, right?
Oh yeah.
A picture.
Bam, book.
Bam.
Flipping.
Yeah. So
My, interesting.
Yeah, we've kind of run into this situation where this wizard said that will tell us who the traitor is, or all the stuff that they know about the traitor. If we find a couple things for her, which is like an eyeball and a hand.
yeah, apparently there's a missing left eye and a left hand.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a lot.
Vecna stuff. Yeah.
Oh, super neat.
It seems like our
Rob, do you know who Vecna is?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
I'm familiar with the mythology, so it's so are we in like danger? This sounds dangerous.
well, it looked to me like our Dracula guy who was pulling you down the hall,
Right, we're right.
tunnel, looked like he had a separate hand on him. Is that correct? Am I remembering this correct, Tanya?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Did it look like there was a different hand on the vampire?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought you had said that. My bad.
No. Now you had asked that because you were expecting something like that, and I said, no,
Right.
it's not.
No, it's not. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so we pretty much think the eye and the hand of Vecna are here. And I'll show you the map. See the name of this place that we are in?
Oh,
Dracula's castle.
super neat.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Love that for us.
Like we
Actually do. I'm having a great time, guys.
yeah.
Rats or not, that was gross, but like we're in a magical world. We're all different, magical creatures right now. We literally get to be what we've been playing. So
Yep.
this is pretty great.
And just think
It's
about it,
fun.
like two of the biggest bads from any genre might just be here now.
And wanting
Kinda
to
really
kill
horrible.
us. Yay.
I just thought that was a really, really horrible thought, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited.
I am too.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm glad we're all together again.
I don't wander off.
All right. I gotta find me some eyes.
So
yeah.
in theory, we gotta find 3 eyes.
Yeah. Looking for a bunch of eyes.
I mean, did I'm assuming Naiad tell you anything else about these eyes?
No. She said she has them, and
The ferret.
no, I don't know. I kind of wandered. She didn't give me a lot of direction. It was very foggy, but I ended up here. So I imagine there's somewhere within these walls, which is why I vote we poke around. But
After we rest.
First.
yeah. Okay.
Also,
And I'm
we
gonna
should
see-
probably close that door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine we closed it immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm closing
you
it right
guys
now.
finally do get back up to the room,
Nice.
and sure enough, the room still looks warm and comfortable, inviting. There's still a fire crackling in the fireplace. There's still the sounds going on outside the door. It's actually, after what you guys have just been feeling, this is positively comforting. The moans from outside and the crackling fire and the hum of the cursed book that's laying on the floor between the other two books. But Rob, there's couches in here that look wonderfully comfortable with pillows. There's a couple of tables with some chairs around them, like little reading nooks. It's clearly a library full of books. A bunch of the books have been pulled out and just kind of dumped around as people have been going through them. There's food over there too on the table.
No.
Yeah.
If you go
Also,
I'm gonna start immediately walking towards it though.
Yeah.
This
this is what I like.
And it smells so good, you guys. That food, after what you've just been through, that food smells really good.
We see the food, and after having thrown up, I'm like,
So I'm gonna fly up like in front of Rob's face.
Okay.
Like, hey, so there are two options with the food. One, it's a hero's feast and we are being assholes for not actually eating it. Two, it's Fey food and we'll be stuck here forever in bad things.
Oh. Okay.
or we wake up something that looks like this.
Also that.
I don't know.
All right, that's fair.
Oh, but we'd be able to find more eyes.
That's true.
true.
Very true.
Here we go.
Also, the books. Be very careful.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
some of them are cursed.
Actually,
I
you
will
see
be
the
back
three.
in 1 second. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. We'll
Okay.
chat.
It's all right. You see the three books sitting here? See the one in the middle?
Right.
See that symbol on the binding?
Yeah.
That means it's cursed. Don't touch
Ah.
them.
Gotcha. Noted. Okay. Don't touch the marked books.
Yep.
Don't eat the food. Are the couches cursed?
No, we can sit and chill on the couches.
I think they're
Okay.
good.
Awesome.
I am going to
I've been,
cast that goodberry spell. Damn it.
Nice.
That was a good time.
I
Yeah.
just need to get this taste out of my mouth. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Solid. I was imagining when she pours the coffee thing, it just turns into whatever you want, right? So what if she poured it and like Listerine came out?
No, it's just
You know? Like,
As far as I know, it's just coffee, but we could test
Okay.
it out. I mean, I would like to have tea occasionally. I might just, want like hot cider. I don't know, like
That sounds so much
Okay,
better
all
than
right.
what's currently in my mouth.
something warm. I don't know. I really don't know how this thing
Well, at
works.
least
It just
rinse-
gave me what I asked.
Rinse with the coffee.
It's something. You know what though? As she would cast this spell, right? Like berries are going to be possible. So
Hmm.
that will be much better and it will fill you up.
And it'll taste so much better too.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how that actually manifests. Tanya will probably have to let me know.
in the meantime, I don't know if we're going to be able to get a full rest right here. So I think it's good that we do the Goodberry anyway. But we should figure out who wants to stand watch because everything's a trap.
I'll stand watch. I just need some coffee.
man.
Coffee we got.
I'll fill my.
I pour you coffee
Awesome.
of the never-ending blessed supply.
Amazing.
Is it single origin or never mind.
Whatever you want, dude.
The Groundworks Earth Cafe, like where are we getting this from?
Fair trade. I don't know where.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, groundwork, LA Brew, the light roast. Yeah, love that.
Not in
Something from
Hawaiian
Costa
Kona.
Rica.
Or
All
something
right,
from
sorry about
Costa
that,
Rica.
guys. I had a dog that was like, I'm going to peel over your room if you don't let me go potty. So,
Oh, well, hey.
all right.
I'm really into coffee. Sorry.
Got it.
Cool, we couldn't
I'm
tell.
right there with you.
Frogurt is
Hence.
also cursed.
Yes. I got a coffee subscription for Christmas where it just kept giving me different bags. I could go online
Yeah.
and pick different ones from different parts of the world.
That's fun.
It's amazing.
I have to order my peats online because I'm in Canada and they don't let me actually buy it in a store. So I have a subscription.
Nice.
There you go. Okay, while you guys are up there, you're starting to arrange yourselves on the couches and stuff. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm standing watch.
And I
You're
cast
standing watch?
Goodberry.
I'm gonna eat
Okay,
a Goodberry and I'm
and
gonna clean my shoes.
how
and
long
my
does-
wings.
Yeah, how long does that take, Jody? I mean, does it
it's
just
an
manifest,
action.
or is it like, okay, great.
It's one action.
You cast Goodberry, and you guys, it's the coolest thing. So Jody is beautiful, but her skin is kind of bark-like, and her long, beautiful hair is like ropes of vines and leaves and stuff. And all along the top of her head, almost like a crown, these beautiful little red berries start popping up.
Okay,
cool.
So you have
that
this
works.
beautiful berry coronet.
Here, have one.
Jody, I need you to say one thing for me.
What's that?
Eat me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This feels like it has some religious connotations. I don't know. This is your
The body
I,
Of the body.
I'm not gonna
yes.
think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is something religious.
So there are
Good.
10 of these,
Okay.
and I just want to give at least one to each one of you so that you have them. And they give you 4 hit points back.
4? Oh,
Yeah.
yay. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So if anyone is wounded, it will help.
And you can
Um,
save them. You don't have to eat them right away.
A tart.
Nice.
It depends on how long we're going to get of a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you guys go to sleep right now, you'll get a short rest.
Yeah.
It's been enough hours, you won't get a long rest, but you will get a short
Okay.
rest.
Yeah, I'll eat mine now, just to be up there. And then I can help with the second half of the watch.
To watch.
Okay.
I'll keep the rest of the berries. So there have been 5 so far, basically. So I'll have 5 left, and then I can just give them out as they're needed.
Don't forget about yourself.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fine, actually. Like, I mean, I can eat something, right? Like, but it's not for healing. I don't need it for
Right.
healing.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go find a little pillow that I just like snuggle up into and conk on out.
And caught in your whole little 5-inch self. It's very,
Yep.
it's actually quite adorable, you guys. You know, this little fairy that's like all curled up with her wings over her, you know.
You never get to be
little-
small.
Never get to be small.
She's
And
all
the rest-
sparkly. It's adorable.
Yep, and everywhere she goes, it's just like this tiny little push of dust. It's like, you know, if there was a soundtrack, Ellie's would be. So,
Never gonna get rid of that stuff.
nope.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's going to be everywhere.
At least I'm very used to being covered in glitter at all times.
Yeah. It seems most appropriate.
Same.
Anyway, so the rest of you start to try and go to sleep.
I'm
And
on
after
watch.
all of this battle and everything, even the moans and the noises and the scratches and the weird things happening outside do not keep you awake. You do indeed fall asleep.
Please God, no dreams of Justin Bieber this time.
Okay. Chris, so you're the only one awake
Yes.
for this first little bit, and you are also tired, but I also know that you're a night owl, so I'm not going to make you roll for staying awake. That'll be for tomorrow. But as you're sitting there watching, and you're watching, where are you watching? Are you just like generally like surveying the room, or sitting more
I
by the
check.
fireplace?
I check the door. I check the secret door. I check the fireplace, and kind of do like a perimeter walk every once in a while.
Okay, so you're doing a little perimeter walk, and an hour passes, and then another hour passes, and you have a feeling that's probably getting a little bit into the pre-dawn somewhere, because I mean you've been here so long already. And on this third thing, one of the paintings that's over one of the tables and chairs there, I mean there's paintings of various people. The painting turns and it looks at you. Now this painting is of, you know, a group of shepherds on a hill, but one of the shepherds turns and looks at you. And it says, in a voice only you can hear,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hurt you. I want to hire you. My home has been stolen by this interloper trying to create evil. I myself want her out.
So what you're saying is you've got my money.
Yes.
Okay. I guess we can talk.
Bring your friends to the bell tower tomorrow night.
All
And
right.
if you've managed to destroy her in that time, your payment will be more than you can imagine. And at this point, the shepherd gets this kind of evil grin on its face. Doesn't really fit the idyllic painting, but you know. And it says, and if you haven't, then perhaps the payment offered will be somewhat less for you to do so. You will be stopping greater evil than me.
Also, what's this about Vecna's eye and hand here? Is that
No
true?
one ever said the word of Vecna.
Yeah, but it seems very suspicious.
You play too many games, he says, and then the painting goes still. And you are left to make your rounds alone for the next hour.
And then I will go and wake Red up.
Okay?
What?
Just the tiniest bit, like I use a knuckle to
Tiny little nudge.
No.
nudge so I don't like use a claw.
No.
Hey there, sunshine.
Ah. Good
Yeah.
morning. Okay. There, I'm up. I'm up.
Okay, careful with the paintings. They will talk to you.
Now I'm really up.
Yep.
Okay.
Dracky Poo tried to make some deal with me. I'll talk about it later when everybody else is up, but I'm gonna crash.
Do they like say cool things, or are they just kind of like assholes?
Kind of an asshole, but you know, he did try to hire us, which means,
He has your money.
yeah.
Good. Good. All right, you go sleep. I'm gonna go play with books and pictures.
Yeah, cool. And I sleep now.
Okay. All right. So, Ellie, you are here. You're awake now as you see Chris, who is clearly very tired, fall into a nice deep sleep on the cushion you were just sleeping on. What that will do for his complexion with all the fairy dust on there, who knows? But
Perfect.
But now what do you do?
No.
You've got another 2 hours.
Well, I am surrounded by books, so I'm gonna look more into those. See if there's anything fun and exciting to
Okay.
read.
The 2 hours passes, as we all know when you're reading, very quickly.
Immediately.
It's like you barely blink and it's like, oh, you know what? It's probably time to, you can feel it. You can feel that even though just because you're, as Faye touched, you're tied to the rhythms of the world. And you feel that dawn is coming. In fact, all of you begin to feel it. But before they wake up, as you're sitting there and you were reading the book and you found this one, it's not useful to you guys at all, but it's a great story about pirates and mermaids, and there's sex, and there's adventure, and there's a couple of sword fights. It's kind of a decent little storybook that's going on here. Now, much like these other books, maybe it's a storybook, maybe it's a biography, who knows? But whatever it is, it's entertaining.
Yeah. I gotta
So-
find a way to take all these books with me. Any ideas?
I have many ideas, but I can't tell you.
Fine. Just hand them over to my
yet.
bigger friends. Make them carry my books for me.
There you go. Yeah, there's probably in this library 600 books. It's a
Yeah.
good sized room, and every wall is just covered. And some of them are big, some of them are small. The ones that you seem to have been drawn to, I mean, there's no way you can go through all 600 in one night. But you've just been kind of following your intuition and been drawn to ones here and there, which is how you found the ones you found so far. So the ones that you found so far, you'll have to figure out what you want to do with them. But it is becoming dawn. Oh, that food smells so good. Although it is getting cold.
Nope.
So thankfully.
My bet is that it is. Actually, no. Are there any books in the area that would like help me suss out whether or not this is safe food or bad food?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
See if you can identify a book like that.
Let's see here. What is my intelligence +2? It's like a 9.
Okay. You know, you don't, looking at the other books, you really don't get it, but you do have that cookbook there.
What is that cookbook?
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. Listen, when you are hungry and you start looking through cookbooks, it is the worst.
It is the absolute worst. I'm evil.
But
Just
the
so you know.
good berry also is supposed to fill you up, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
we're actually not hungry right now since you ate it.
All right. I'll look through that
but-
cookbook and see if I know anything.
Okay, you open it up, and it's actually not, the first of it is recipes for certain things and stuff like that. But then it gets into kind of arcane cookery, like food that has magical properties, or fairy food, or, food for zombies. That's weird and stuff. And so it's like this strange hybrid of like actual recipes that a human being could use and recipes that are specifically for magical beings. So as a fairy, if you could find some of these magical components, you could make food fairies could eat, or, minotaurs could eat, or, whatever it is, gargoyles could eat.
Mm-hmm.
So, and within that, it does talk a little bit about food spellcraft. And as you start delving into it a little bit further, you realize that that the way that it talks about food spellcraft and the way to use it for magically influencing people, that probably not eating the food was indeed very wise.
Almost as if I know my Thaylor a little bit.
Yeah, just a
Not
little
me looking over at my Witch's Feast book.
So, but as you get to that point, you're like, and all of the rest of you feel it like a gong in your body, that it is dawn. Bong. And you can choose to let yourself wake all the way up, or you can choose to roll over and go back to sleep. But you all feel it, that it is dawn.
Well, I'm going to go fly over and see who else awake.
This is not a place I like being asleep in.
No, it's not great.
Fair
No,
enough, fair enough.
I did manage to get a couple of hours though. Thank you. That was nice.
I get up and I probably walk into a bookshelf.
Ha!
Just as a reminder, those of us who are still wounded, you do get to roll your hit dice from a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get back some hit points.
Some
if
more
you-
hit points, indeed.
Yeah.
And some of your spells as well.
Do we get back spells?
Not everybody.
I don't think
Not
I do.
everybody.
Yeah, it depends on who
The
you
kind
are.
of spellcaster,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys wake up. Some of you wake up. Looks like the ladies wake up going, okay. Rob wakes up. Everybody's you don't
Coffee.
feel fully rested, but you know what? That was certainly better than nothing.
Oh, that wakes him up.
Dude,
Here, have some.
what did he say? Coffee?
Yes.
Perfect.
Absolutely said coffee.
And so that the little top of her carafe gets bandied about, and you know what? As soon as you pour it for each person, oh, it's whatever it is you like best, including you, Shauna. It's
Ooh,
more
she
like
gets
a
tea?
coffee frappuccino.
Oh.
So it doesn't taste like coffee at all.
Nope, it just tastes like sugar and whipped cream, but it is coffee,
Yes.
so you will wake up a little bit.
It's gonna
I
be
love
considerably
this thing.
embarrassing.
I know, it's like the
Right.
best magic item ever. I want one.
I want one, definitely.
Okay, and you all slowly wake up, very slowly. And just as you're starting to pass the coffee around and everybody's saying, you hear tick, tick, tick. And the door opens. And there stands a little ferret, looking very prim, and she's saying, "Oh, good, you survived the night."
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you-
Someone want to wake up Godfrey? Wow, the silence. The silence.
I was pretending to actually be asleep.
Yeah, the method acting was strong in this one.
Malvavic will actually like give a really annoyed sigh, put his cup down, and be like, "Fine." Go
The
over
audience has
and
decided that they want you on a poll, Alex.
I think they were going to nudge him with it, not have him on it.
I'm just gonna take my foot and
Just
kind of
go
like
pull him. I mean,
push him a little, like, Godfrey, wake up. There's coffee.
Coffee.
I love
Cool.
Yeah.
She'll pour a mug for you, or a teacup, or whatever we have available here.
Yeah.
And it's
There-
whatever you like best.
It's just whatever drink you like best, or like whatever
Whichever
Hot
coffee, whatever
Hot
kind of
coffee.
coffee.
Yes.
you like, coffee drink
Coffee drink.
and stuff. As she pours it out,
coffee drink.
Alex's is kind of like mud. It's so thick that it like drips out instead of just like pouring.
Excuse me, I would like to describe my own coffee, and it's just full of cream and sugar and
He doesn't want to describe it.
I'm gonna correct this. It's full of bullshit sugar.
excuse me, I know what kind of coffee I like.
Creamers.
Look, I'm a minute.
Yeah,
I'm a
the great
I-
coffee rebellion of
Look, I'm a minotaur
2022.
burning all sorts of calories, fighting rats and things. We're gonna put some real sugar in that.
Good dip.
Amazing.
Okay, so
As you drink it, I look at you and judge you.
We're all judging.
I look
see
back
mine?
at you.
I'm just like,
I look back at you and snort.
really?
Just flare nostrils at you. Yeah.
You know, as a
So the
minotaur, that
gargoyle
actually
and the
works.
minotaur are
I know.
snorting at
That
each
works
other.
pretty well as a minotaur.
Lewistot gets in the coffee. He drinks it anyway.
Yeah, just-
Uh-huh.
I snort and all the coffee just goes in my face. I'm just like,
Oh,
more.
you need more of that. Oh, that's not a good
Fortunately-
look for you.
It's not a good look for you. Anyway, we've got a ferret lady.
Yeah.
She's sitting there watching you and going, and
Good
she said, "Oh,
morning.
good, you're still alive. The room worked as I hoped it would. Are you ready to help me today?"
Are you gonna come around with us?
"Oh, of course."
Okay.
The little ferret bats its tiny little eyes. It looks so cute.
Yeah, cute and evil.
Yes, I was gonna say, and deliciously evil.
Like, I think there's a song about don't trust little fuzzy animals.
It might also be delicious.
Yeah, maybe
not
at
a-
the end
you're
of
not
the
a
game we'll
ferret.
sing that song. Little fuzzy animals with big sharp teeth. Okay, so she's like, "All right, well, come on, breakfast is ready."
Oh, we're not hungry.
We already.
Yeah.
I had
We
coffee.
already ate.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, and for just the briefest second, there's like a little disappointment on her face. All right, I was just trying to be a good hostess.
Oh, yeah. No.
All right, well,
it's
come with
appreciated.
me. Come with me, and we'll see if we can find the things that I need for my husband's body.
Really thought she was going to say a world of pure imagination.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same
Your
thing.
imagination.
I know, I'm an asshole, but
In the
And then she turns and begins to scurry back out into the hall. You guys follow her?
yeah.
So I'm confused. If you knew where they were, why did you need us?
Because the place that they are is very dangerous. I tried. I can't do it myself.
Oh yeah, what are we
I
up
see.
against?
Well, You see, it's the gardener.
Do you think the gardener was the thing you saw last night, Steele?
That's what I'm thinking. That's
The gardener.
the god. Who is the gardener?
Oh, the gardener's a terrible person who's betrayed me. He was going to help me keep this castle so nice. And instead, he's stolen those things most precious to me for terrible, evil purposes. And I want you to kill him. He's just got to die.
Well, we're not gonna just kill him. We're gonna talk to him first, and then see if it comes down to it, we'll fight him. But
Who is
Well,
this
you
guy?
do
What's
not
his
believe
name?
anything it says. His name is Garland, and he's terrible, and he smells bad, and he's
Garland the gardener.
Garland the gardener, yeah.
Yeah, you want us to kill him because he smells bad?
Yeah, that's
No,
pretty
I want
rude.
to kill him because he took my pieces of my husband. And the voice goes way up into the so high that you can't even hear it, and the
So he's
sobs
not
are
out.
just tiny and heartbreaking.
So he's inside.
Oh yes, he's terrible.
Okay,
So are you guys coming?
Steely's not the guy that you saw. Unless he can get in and out.
So, anything we should know about this gardener?
He's not everything he looks like.
Yeah, he's a big hoe.
The joke completely goes past her. She just looks at you and goes, I don't think he's ever had sex.
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be laughing. I can't help it. Okay.
All right, well, follow me. And the little ferret turns tail, literally, and begins scampering her little way down the corridor. Do you guys follow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
cautiously.
As
All
we
right.
Mhm.
as we go out the door, can I, like, as we're walking before the door closes behind us or anything, I want to look and see if anything moves as we leave the room.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Now you roll for me, well, you bastard. Okay, perception. That is a 27.
Very
Nice. Nice. As you leave the room and you're looking and very sharp-eyed, you realize that no, there is actually no movement, which is weird. But you're really sure that you would have seen anything that would have been there. Okay, I am going to share the map so that you guys can kind of see where she is taking you. But first I have to hit the right screen. All right, so this is the room that you were locked in. This is where the secret passage that led down into the tunnels is, right?
Mm-hmm.
She takes you out the normal door into the entrance hall. You guys had initially come in this door. And she takes you down this way, chattering the whole way about the wonders of her husband Nathan and what a terrible piquet player he was, but what a wonderful writer he was, and stuff like that, until you get to these stairs down. And that is where you begin to go down. Okay? But these are, unlike the secret door, the initial stairs down were like the old castle spiral stairs. These ones are a little bit more like a Victorian, like sloping. They're not spiral. But they do seem to be going quite a ways down. And at one point, you can hear scurrying behind the stone walls. Unlike the tunnel, which was all earth, this is all stone. So it's clear that this tunnel, or these, stairs, and so you head on down, and eventually you get to a doorway. And this doorway has a portcullis on it over a heavy wooden door. And she says, see, this is the problem. This is part of the problem. I can't get through here. And then she steps back and gestures with her tiny little paws for you guys to try.
Why can't you get through here?
Well, for one thing, no opposable thumbs. For another thing, I think it's magic. And for another thing, he knew I would come for my husband's pieces, and so he made spells specifically to keep me out. How could you do that?
So it's trapped. Great.
Can I make a
Yeah.
like an insight check on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm gonna do
100%.
the same.
Yeah, everybody
Level
who wants to make an insight check, absolutely make an
Cool.
insight check.
I'm not even going to make the check. I'm just assuming everything she says is a lie.
Oh, absolute bullshit. Yeah. It's 24.
I got a 7. And honestly, I don't care.
I got a 19.
Okay.
17.
21.
Okay, those of you who got over 18, here's the surprising part. She's not lying. There is a spell on the door that was specifically to keep her out. And she doesn't have opposable thumbs in this
Well, I
form.
figured that. I'm not trying to figure out if she's lying. I'm trying to figure out like her
Motive.
What are her
mo-
motivations?
Like, is her
yeah.
is her sitting here going, "Oh my God, I'm a weakling. I'm like, oh, everything happened so terrible. Oh, is that all a front, or is that like, does she actually believe herself?"
It's both. It's both. Fortunately, insight is not like mind reading. So you don't get specifics. But what you do get
Well, no, I
is
don't
that when
get
she's
specifics,
crying
but-
about her husband, that is absolutely real. She is absolutely upset that her husband is dead.
Can we figure
When-
out if that's actually her husband?
I feel like.
But when she talks about the garland, as she's going in, he said this, and there's something there that she's not being completely upfront about.
Garland is her husband. Sorry.
So,
Yeah.
So, but she does absolutely mourn her husband.
So, question for you, little ferret lady.
Iseltra, that is my name.
Is Zelda? Yeah. You don't want to give us your real name, so I'm just gonna make up more nicknames. I don't quite understand why a gardener would give two fucks about this. Like, why would he take anything from you in the first place? And what does he have to gain from it?
Well, gardeners are people too, and this is the land of magical things. So, stands to reason that he would have his magical reasons.
That you don't know?
Not fully.
So what do you know?
I do know that he's using parts of my husband to create something that is not what I want.
And what don't you want?
That.
What is
My parts
that?
to my husband should go back to my husband.
Sure.
Not
need to
into
know-
this monstrous thing that he's making.
Oh,
And what would that be?
monstrous thing out of parts.
This is information we needed to know.
Why?
Because why would we
We just
want
need to go kill him.
No, we're not just going to go kill somebody we've never met because we met a ferret that cried at us. No, we need information.
Okay, well, he's a magical being just like you, just like me, just like everything around here.
I don't
And
think
he's got
just like
pieces.
us.
Oh, you don't know.
That's why we're asking.
The little face does this little thing. It's really quite cute.
And I
but
give like a-
cute, but cute. Mm-hmm. It's like, and he's trying to make something that is not my husband
Out of your husband.
with pieces of my husband. That
So
is
like
correct.
Frankenstein.
Well, Frankenstein's
I
a
don't
monster,
know who
really.
that is.
Frankenstein's the doctor.
Yeah.
Garland is Frankenstein, or Garland is Dracula?
No, he's a gardener.
Yes.
No, not
Whatever
neither.
he was before a gardener, I don't know. But he's doing terrible things with pieces of my husband, and he needs to stop. And those pieces need to be put back with my husband's body.
Sure. What is he trying to make?
A monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frankenstein's monster.
How do we know it's a monster?
I'm
Because-
just saying, like, you need to give us literally every detail. Otherwise, we don't know what we're walking into. And if you want us to kill somebody we've never met for somebody that we also just met
Clearly,
yesterday.
you are the wrong adventurers for this. If you are so afraid that you're not even willing to go in there and see for
Ah, yes, the
yourself.
guilt trip.
Sure.
Right.
We're absolutely the wrong adventurers. How many more have you met?
And she waves her little paw. And suddenly she's not a ferret anymore.
Yeah, that tracks.
Instead, she is a tall, beautiful, blonde-haired woman.
Oh, hey, look, you have opposable
Opposable
thumbs.
thumbs! Yay!
And she says, okay, you don't want to know what's in there. You don't want to stop the monster. It's fine.
Literally none
You
of us
will
want
get
to
the
know what's
answers
in
that
there.
you need to stop the betrayal.
I don't think we
She
said
waves her
any of the
hand
stuff
and
you
she
said.
Nope.
disappears.
Oh, what a bitch! We didn't say
I'm
any of
leaving
that.
you in front of a locked and portcullis door.
I don't know about you guys. I actually now really want to meet the gardener because now I want to know what he's doing. And
Yeah.
I might be on his side now.
Yeah, yeah.
I say
We
go
might
meet
be able
the
to
guy.
help each other.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, she didn't want to give us information and then, like, threw a hissy fit and left. So let's just go see what this other dude's doing.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So can anyone check the door?
I will do so, and hopefully it works this time. Let's see. Was that it?
He also didn't answer my question about meeting any other adventurers. So
Mhm.
She didn't
Or any
answer
of our
many questions, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hard avoided.
Yeah.
super.
And apparently could open the door just fine other
Opposable
than the
thumbs.
spell.
Oh, I'm a little
Lied about
ferret.
people
I'm so
turning
innocent.
her-
I was a ferret by a curse that made me a ferret that I can't
Oh.
break. Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, gigs up,
Guys
lady.
lied. You know.
So, quick question. Am I
Okay.
rolling an investigation or perception as I'm looking at the door? see if I-
For as you're looking at the door, since you are actively investigating, it would be investigation.
That's what I thought. So it's 25 because I rolled an extra
Okay, yeah. This front
Nice.
portcullis is just locked,
20! Okay.
so you just have to pick the lock. But the door behind it radiates magic.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick this lock, then we can try and do the magic thing.
Okay, roll me a whatever it is nowadays. Use
Sleight of
device. Sleight of hand. Yeah, because I'm a 3.5 person. 5.0 is.
I think it is sleight of hand.
It's sleight of hand.
Okay.
Okay, that is a +5. Math. 18?
Okay. You easily pick the lock, and the portcullis goes.
Nice.
Best
I
horror
do
movie
have
thing ever.
some purpose. I can't help.
And then it sticks a little bit. You need a little bit of muscle to get it up there, but it is unlocked.
Okay.
Okay.
Tree limbs,
I'll
help.
walk off
Yeah, the gargoyle
grab
and the
it
Minotaur
and
just.
throw it up.
Just rock,
You
paper,
realize
scissors.
though that if that sucker falls, that is a heavy iron portcullis.
Funny.
Oh.
Which
Clever.
means those of you
couldn't
who
look out
the
went
portcullis.
lift it need to
Couldn't
roll
touch
me a
it.
Constitution save.
Oh no!
Blood.
Wait, what?
Constitution
Iron.
save.
Wait,
They
why?
are.
Because you're
Iron
Fey
Fey
blood
armor.
and it's iron.
Oh,
And you just
oh.
touched it.
And that's it. That's a
I'm wearing
16.
gauntlets.
Yeah,
I'm not touching it.
I am too. but-
Yeah, but that doesn't matter with fairies.
Yeah, it does.
That's why an iron cage can hold them, even if they're in armor. So roll
They
your
can't break
Constitution save.
Through
This is
it,
my
but
world.
you have to touch its bare skin.
So I'm doing math.
I got an 11.
22.
But you didn't touch
Okay.
it. Oh, you did touch it.
17.
Yeah, those two are the ones that lifted it, and even through the gauntlets. What did you roll, Alex?
17.
Okay, those are easy things because you're only partially Fey blood. You're not full Fey, all right? But what you do feel through your gauntlets is this cold burn that lets you know that if you touched it with your bare skin, it would burn you. Okay?
interesting.
But you do get it up. This is the first time you guys have encountered iron, as it were, since you have found out what you are.
Well, great.
So you get the portcullis up, but the door behind it
Is it
just does
magic?
not feel great. And Shauna, you definitely noticed that it did seem to have like a magical thing as you unlocked the other one. You could feel the sparking kind of off of it.
Ow.
Anybody happen to have dispel magic?
Not I.
I don't.
Mhm. Nope.
That's a pretty powerful spell from what I can remember. I don't know if we're.
Yeah, we may not be up there yet.
Yeah.
Spell magic's like level 1 or 2.
Okay, wait.
Spell is at least second level. I'm pretty sure it could be third.
I'm going to pull out the map book.
Yeah.
Okay.
and see if there's another way to get into this thing.
I like that book.
Into this room.
It's a good book.
Good book.
Into this room. Yeah.
All right. Well. Not from here. You would have to go up 2 floors and then down again. Not just the one floor where you were, but up to the next floor above that, and then
That
come
was
over
from
and
this
down.
spell's third level.
But you could, or Shauna, you know that you could try to. You can't dispel the magical lock, but maybe you can disable it.
I will try to disable it. I will.
Well, but that is I mean, that's a thing with a lot of risk. You guys can go up 2 floors, up your tunnel, and then up another tunnel, or not a tunnel, but up another staircase to
Before-
the 2nd floor, and then over, and then all the way down to the other
Before
side.
you
So I
do
show
that,
everyone that.
yeah, before you do that, if you're going to do that, I'm going to cast a guidance on her before she rolls that skill check.
Okay.
So it's just a little, tap on her shoulder. You got this.
Sweet.
You're good.
D4, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
And is that a sleight of hand as well?
Yes, it is indeed. In fact, but it's a sleight of hand with disadvantage
Okay.
because it is going against a magical thing, and you are not a magical caster.
All right. Ooh. So that is a 23.
Okay, that
Thank you for
does
the
it.
Holy
guidance.
crap.
Yeah.
That was
So
it.
Shauna gets a very focused look, and she gets in there, and she starts, and there's a couple little shocks as she's doing it,
You guys
but
hear?
she manages
you
to
guys hear me
find
as
the
I'm
one
doing
little
this?
place where she has to disconnect it to turn off the spell.
You guys, as I'm doing this, you hear, I've got to have some fucking purpose to be here. Otherwise, I'm just a waste of space. I don't want to be just a meat sack. God damn it! I gotta open this fucking door. You're not gonna defeat me, door, because everything else defeated me. I've almost died twice. Why is this fucking?
Oh boy. Okay.
And all of a sudden, it's weird. You didn't even know that it was like this hum coming off the door because it was so subconscious. But you can tell when she disconnects it because everything just goes silent.
I'm just gonna go sit on Shauna's head and just like constant
Wow.
pats.
That was really well done.
So what you see is this beautiful winged vampiric succubus-looking thing with a tiny little winged fairy on top patting her head.
Amazing.
It's your emotional
John
support
Tempest.
cat.
Exactly. Your emotional
There we go.
support pet. Thank you. I feel better.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Emotional support fairy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emotional support
Good.
fairy.
I accept this term.
Emotional support fairy. There we go.
Gotta get rid of vest.
I think that might be the title for this episode. Okay, so
Let me know
You
if
have
you
a
need
door.
a berry.
Yes.
Here, have a berry.
Our berry
Thank
queen.
Okay, so you know how this all works now. You can do this again should we need to come through here again.
It's disabled. I don't think she'd need to do it again.
Yeah, but just in case, I think it should be easier next time.
There's also, I imagine, many other doors like this that.
Right.
do.
Also,
Here.
can you enable it
Ooh, good question.
Probably.
Yeah, right.
from the other side? Let's go.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I will try.
Yeah.
Get to the
I
other
mean,
side.
Well, yeah,
seems
because
like you've got a little
We
bit
don't
of
want her
knowledge about
coming
it.
in here.
we don't want her come. We opened the door that she wanted us to open. We might as well close it back up
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
if we can.
We don't give her nothing for free.
Right?
No, she was mean.
Right. Nothing
I
for
was asking
free.
questions and she threw a hissy fit and ran away. Like, no, she's
Yeah.
mean. I don't like her.
Okay.
okay,
I.
you
Yes.
unlock the door
Yeah. Yeah.
or open the door. All right.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys open the door, I'm going to share the screen and describe what you see. So,
Oh.
you guys can see, this is the tunnel that you came down.
Okay.
And this is the door that you open to this room, which is like a little antechamber. And in the antechamber, this whole wall is just open bars. So you can see exactly into this room.
Okay.
And this room is like something from Frankenstein's nightmare. It is clearly a laboratory. There are bubbling things. There are electrical nodes. There are magical, who knows what those are, glows and stuff around there. There's things in bottles. There's things in jars. There's pieces of bodies laid out carefully on tables, very precisely, and on the very center. Much like something you would see from a Frankenstein movie, is a bed, a slab, and on that slab looks to be a body being put together that's not there yet.
What's it missing?
It's still missing. Actually, no. It has two eyes, both eyes.
Do they match?
They do.
Ew.
It is missing one hand,
Which hand?
the left hand. It is missing one foot, and the top of it is cut open, the skull, and inside where the brain used to be, instead there is what looks like a small glass bottle or jar of some sort that doesn't seem to have any appreciable opening in it. Just sitting in there with liquid sloshing around in it.
Huh.
The body is clearly a mixture of many different body parts. So it doesn't look like male or female, even though it is naked. It looks like a mishmash. Like whoever
Like a monster
is,
mash?
Right, whoever's creating it's not trying to make it look like anybody. But they are creating it.
Does it look like the person from our dream that Ellie and I had?
Actually, pieces of it do, not all of it.
What pieces?
The face
Okay.
and one of the arms, potentially, although it was wearing clothes in your dream. But it
Okay.
seems about the right length, best as you can tell.
Okay.
You don't know which
Bummer.
pieces were necessarily from that, but the face definitely has a certain similarity to it.
Okay. And he said, "Let me die," so he's not liking this shit.
No.
Okay.
Uh,
And
Is there-
standing over. Yes, exactly. Standing over and moving around that is a little man. A little
Oh,
hunched
Igor.
man. Oh no. And he's talking, but he is sounding a little like he was talking like that. And every now and again he'll pick a little piece of the meat of one of the bodies off and just take a little bite of it, even though God only knows what's preserving them and stuff. And he's just like, and he's muttering to himself, clearly not fully sane, you would guess.
Is he a small
Or-
is he a small like human, or is he like something else?
He looks like a human right now, but the way that he moves, and he's got these like funny whiskers, and his hair is this kind of mousy gray,
Oh.
and he's roll me a perception check, everybody,
Yeah.
happy to.
or an insight check, I guess is more the case. Roll me an insight check.
Ooh,
Uh,
I did bad.
It's a
Inside.
14.
No.
I got an 8 total.
30-20.
23.
24.
All right.
I got a 13.
Sweet.
Basically,
Okay.
I got a rock.
You
lucky
got a
number.
rock. All right, everybody who got over 17. He reminds you of nothing so much, just with his mannerisms and the way he's talking and the way his hair is. And just, I don't know, he kind of reminds you of those rats that were upstairs.
Okay.
What?
Or,
I
well,
want to talk
maybe not upstairs now, maybe, but in the tunnels. But it's definitely human, but with just definite some
So
like personality traits.
Tempest would feel like little scratching on her head, and then I'll like scurry over a little bit to your ear, just go, I think that's Renfield.
You might be right.
Pretty sure that's Renfield.
What's up with Master Spinner down here?
I'm gonna cast message.
Rat boy.
It's a cantrip at
Okay.
that guy.
Oh, at the guy out there, the potentially gardener.
Yeah.
Okay, as he's messing around, he stiffens for a
Hey
second.
there. We're not here to hurt you. We just want to talk. Is your name Renfield? Can we call you Renfield? You can repeat you can respond to this message.
You
Because,
can
like,
call
you
me
know.
Renfield, but that's not my name. My name is Garland. Garland, 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 the Garland, Garland, the Garland, Garland, the Garland, and stuff. Do you have blue eyes?
Why? Do you need blue eyes?
Do you have a left foot?
No, we're all out of left foot.
Curse it! Curse it! No, I won't talk to you. Go away. Go away. I've gotta
We
do this
might
for the
have.
master.
We
Gotta do
might
this for the
have.
master. And he starts, and he moves away, and he starts, but he still listens. Of course, it's a message spell. He's got to listen. But he starts like pulling some jars off of the thing and stuff like this. It'll work this time. I know it will work.
We might be able to help you if you help us.
I don't think anybody wants to help me. I
Why?
don't think so. I don't think so. They help me because I am not doing a very good thing.
Why are you doing this thing?
Because the master said,
Which master?
the only one that matters.
Which
I'm like,
is
too busy, can't talk, too busy. And he starts, and he goes, and he's grabbed this like series of jars while you were talking, and he pulls a hand on top of it and stuff, and he brings it over, and he flunks it on the table next to this piecemealed bit of body, which, by the way, is not sewn together. The pieces are just like loosely laid next to each other.
Okay.
It is not fully contiguous at this point in time.
Okay.
And he starts, and he holds up this other hand that he had, and he holds it up to the one that's laying there, and just like, now this will fit. Throws it off in his stuff, and he gets a little bottle, and he pours it over one of the other body parts and stuff, and you can see where there was rot, because it's not a very big room you're looking into, that the rot goes away as he's pouring that on and stuff. And then he pulls out another thing, and then he pulls out a tongue, and he opens the jaw, and he's like, it's actually kind of gross, as he's like trying to stuff the tongue in there and stuff this little strange finicky man.
I'm sorry, are we just going to sit here and watch this?
Hey,
I'm
Rob,
fascinated.
Steel?
This is kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It's like morbidly fascinating.
with red.
Steel, you said
Just
that
like
you were
staring.
you were looking for eyes.
Yeah, I wanted to actually go over and check out the eyes in this
But
body
only
and see.
blue ones, I'm told they must only be blue.
But you
Well,
already
where-
have eyes.
And where did you get these eyes? Just out of curiosity. I have
Oh,
a
they were
check.
just laying around, but they're not as blue as they're supposed to be.
They were just
See-
laying around. Your eyeballs were just laying around, just like rolling, just like, oh, hey, I found an eyeball on the street.
He
It's mine
turns around
now.
because he's hearing the voice. That's actually just on the other. I mean, if you have to say that out loud,
Oh, I'm totally
Um,
saying this out loud.
right? And he turns and he looks at the window, and as soon as you guys, as he looks at you, you don't know what it is, but those piercing little beady rat-like eyes. And he turns, and looks at you, and it's like a cold water goes over you, just like, ugh, like there's something really wrong here. And he comes over and he says, "Oh, so you're in the pantry. I see how you are." And he's like,
Where did you find the eyes?
"Oh, the lady gave them to me,
The
and
lady.
she didn't want to. She didn't want me to take them. She wanted to keep them for herself. But they don't look like what she wanted, so I took them. I took them for me."
Steel?
And he's looking through piercingly at you. Now the question is, how many of you actually have blue eyes?
I've
He
never been
seems
so
to
grateful
look-
not to.
He
Yeah.
starts
Mine are
looking at
green.
you and stuff. He's like yours, like yours. Ah, I'll trade you. I'll trade you a hand for an eye.
What hand?
This one. And he holds up the hand,
Is it
the
a left
terrible
hand?
dead hand. Yeah, they're all left hands. In fact, as you look at the body, you realize that all of the hands are left hands. It doesn't quite work right. And he hands us, I'll trade you this hand for your eye. Bastille you'll get all day.
Well, what?
In fact, would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a little thing? Oh, look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Oh, and you have wings. Maybe you could have wings. And he's looking at you, Chris. It's like, oh, those wings would be really nice. Maybe they're.
Yeah, I've had it with this guy.
So Chris has had it with this guy, but this guy's not paying any attention to the tiny thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
And you're also the only one that could probably get through the bars.
Yeah, so I'm going past through the bars while he's super distracted.
Okay.
Body. Chris,
Stealth check.
have at you.
Okay. He doesn't seem to pay any attention to you squeezing past his head and going out. He seems very focused on Alex and Shauna, actually, and Chris right now.
What are the chances I can
You got
start?
any? Look, you got any like hands that seem? I don't know. I'm not liking the stock you got right now. Like, these are good eyes. I'm gonna need to see a little bit more of what you got.
Oh, I have lots of hands. And they're all crap. Except for one, and that one the master told me I couldn't use. For my lovely baby.
Oh, the
Why can't you
master.
use that?
Yeah, he's trying to hire us.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me, but I bet he's not hiring you to stop me.
No, but you can't have my wings.
His nose twitches just a little bit, and it's you could almost swear you saw whiskers there, but they're not there. He says, but I do have a special hand. But for it, I would need all 4 eyes.
A special map or hand? What did you say?
Hand.
Well,
Hand.
you gotta show us the hand
Hand.
first.
I don't believe you have a special hand.
Yeah.
We need to see it first.
And he goes and he scurries on over.
You gotta let us in there,
And
man.
there's a huge, there is not a door that opens from this room onto that room.
Can I touch the bar?
But there are
real
2
quick?
doors in this room.
Can I touch the bar and see if I feel the same feeling I felt? Are they iron?
Before? Yes, they are indeed. But there are 2 doors in this room, just none of them open up right where you can see where he is.
You
But-
can't really
and
see
there
what
are
I'm.
the bars.
He's not really paying attention to me, right?
Not that you can tell.
Fair enough. Because I want to go.
But he has turned towards you, and he's come over to. There's a workbench and shelves and stuff on this wall. Everything is covered with like rusty reds and greens and grossness and rotting blood and flesh, and it's really just he's not very clean as you're flitting in there. But he comes over and he starts rummaging into one of the cupboards while you're there. What are you doing, Ellie?
Well, if he gets anywhere nearby, I'm gonna like duck under the hair or the head or somewhere and hide. But if he's not near me, I want to like open the eyelid. I want to look at the eyes, see if there are like jars of eyeballs or other, various things.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of body parts in jars, other things, strange things like snakes and God only knows what he used those for, who knows. There's definitely some magical, oh, Jesus Christ. One of the jars has somebody who looks a lot like you. It's a fairy. Completely preserved in a jar of God knows what. Clearly dead.
Hate that.
Mm-hmm.
How far away from him am I?
Well, if you are at the body,
Mhm.
or the creation that he's making, then you are probably about 20 feet away from him right now.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until he like turns to go talk to my friends again, and I'm gonna try and find a spoon to pop eyeballs out.
Okay. Well, and as
Yeah.
you open the thing, you do see that there are eyeballs in the eye sockets that seem to be a little bit too small
Oh.
for the socket, but they are beautiful blue.
Yeah. All of my senses are up, by the way. I am hyper aware of where this dude is.
Yeah, which would make good sense. He once again seems to be paying no attention to you.
Yeah, that doesn't fill me with hope and
A great deal. But anyway, he goes and he shuffles in the closet, and the cupboards and stuff. No, it's not there. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? It will be right there. Oh, I know where. And he scurries off to a dark corner of this room of horrors, and he pulls out a little box. And the box is just covered in gore. Like it's consistently dripping out of it. Which would be weird because if he's had it in here for a while, whatever it is, once flesh is dead, it doesn't bleed anymore. But it's still dripping. And he brings the box over to the bars and he says, "See this one?" And he opens it up. And that's where we're going to leave the game tonight.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Like
the
the
game
the
looking
instant he
at us,
opens
I'm
it and he
evil.
blinds himself with the lid of the box. I reach through the bars and grab it.
Yeah, no.
I was going to ask if it was if there was a heart beating in there.
Yeah. I was gonna say plot twist.
Add a
plot
little
twist,
Poe
it's
in with all
Pandora.
the
Yeah.
rest of our
Plot
horror
twist, it's now
stuff.
Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Pandora's box. He opens it. We
Yeah.
all disappear.
Bleh.
Yeah. Sorry. Once again, an early night. I'm still on the wind from COVID,
Oh,
so
that's okay.
I get
Okay.
tired pretty easy.
Totally get it.
Also, it seemed like a good place to leave you. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I really, really don't want to know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys, he said you asked him for a hand.
And he's just
Okay,
giving us a
true.
hand.
We know.
And
we know
Chris
what's in the
Dracula,
box.
did he indeed tell you he had your money? So
Yeah, he did. He did. That's good.
Perfect. Perfect.
He's got
Yeah.
your money.
I still have yet to fill everybody in on that, but I will.
yeah. Well, and now you have found the laboratory of horrors in this horrifying castle.
Yay.
It's like
What
we're going
this
through
body
every
is meant to be,
genre
who
of horror
knows?
film.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
No, this is a Hammer film. This is not like.
Yeah, this is definitely, it's like a mishmash Hammer film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent Price
Yeah.
should walk out of a corner here somewhere.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, it's
Yeah.
funny. The vampire looked an awful lot like him.
Amazing.
Here for it. I'm here for it.
So, as soon
You
as we
know,
have
yeah,
some
he had his hot
Yeah.
moments. He really did.
wax bodies and stuff, it'll be great. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight.
Thanks,
We'll be back
everyone.
again next week to hopefully, maybe, depending on what happens, finish this one up. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how much trouble these guys get into.
We
in
can
this
get in a
house
lot of trouble.
horrors.
Yes.
Um,
We can get in a lot of trouble.
and we
We're
love you guys.
skilled
Thank
that
you
way.
for joining us.
I'm not leaving without my money.
Wow.
Not leaving without your money.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
No money for
So you wander and search and you dream and you talk. Look for the key that might someday unlock all the answers you need while there's time on the clock. I hope you survive till you know